Which level, in my opinion, is the worst of Warcraft 2? Well, it is level 6 Snow Biz. Yeah, I had unfortunately to say this, but the snow level is at the bottom this time. Now, I actually placed Snow Go at second place in the last Warcraft because, well, it was actually felt like a complete level. It didn't really felt like a tutorial-esque. It felt really serious. But now that we're here in the new Warcraft, playtime is over, it's getting more serious. Well, this level doesn't actually stand out that much. And I'm sorry, I think the reason why I don't really like this level is because of the snow theming. There is really not that much to really be excited about. It's just a lot of gray, white, and blue. Sure, those colors can be really pretty. I have to unfortunately say, due to the limitations, this isn't really as beautiful or as pretty as snow levels can be. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't look awful, it simply just doesn't look that bad. Good, I mean. Of course, I will say this, it at least once again feels very competent, very well built, like an actual level. It actually does feel like the programmers had a lot of time put into it, and for that I very much appreciate it. As for the enemies, well, they are the same as the previous level, not many upgrades there, as it was in later games. So yeah, that is why I'm going to have to place Snow Biz at last place. Not because it's bad, but simply because I don't really like the snow theme that much. There's actually a point where it's more based on the theme and not based on the level it's built, as the level design for most levels in this game are pretty good. Alright, second to last is none other than Air Crash. And this is once again one of those outdoors upstream sort of levels. And yeah, this is actually the kind of level which is sort of the same as the previous one. There ain't much new stuff added, it's just whatever it was in the previous level, but at a later number. Now, do I think it's bad? No, I don't necessarily think it's bad, but I think it's kind of uninspired. And that is why this level is going up at 4th place on this list. There isn't really that much to really be amazed about, or something to really be, wow, this is an amazing level. It's just a repeat from the previous level, just at a different number, like I said. And you know, when both levels melt together into one pot, it's not really that great for the identity of this level, which is sadly what it lacks. There is a few things here and there which are great, which was the same as the previous level. So all in all, despite the efforts and because I like this theme and the music, I will actually have to give this a 4th place. Nothing higher, but you know, you can't get everything. Alright, next up, it's Crash Dash, and this one is a boulder level. This is actually an upgrade to the previous level, which I very much appreciate. This feels like the first level, which genuinely felt like this is a sequel level to the previous one, and this one is superior in any way. It still has the same core gameplay of you having to run away from a boulder from start to finish. But thankfully there's actually plenty of stuff which this level does really well, thanks to these mines down in the ground. Of course that is very risky, as the mines once again does slow you down. It has a few boost pads here and there. It actually is a pretty well designed level, and for once I'm eternally grateful that there are actually new things to add to this level unlike the previous two. So yeah, overall, because of these reasons, and also to a diverging path which leads to a really weird dead end, which leads to absolutely nothing dangerous, I will actually have to place this level at level 3, or at least I mean at 3rd place, mid tier. There's a lot of good things about it, and if you look at certain points, you may be able to discover something special. Alright, next level. Could you imagine that this very level that you're about to see actually took 2nd place? Well, neither did I, but you know what, it's not really that surprising. Up next is, I know the title of this level, but it is a riding level. Yes, the riding levels from the first game has now returned. Only this time you are at an ice climate, and you get to ride a polar bear. This little guy actually. This is an endless runner, or well, at least a runner. You are constantly moving forward. You cannot slow down, you cannot go back. It is always a constant race to the finish. And with this, well, you have to basically make it to the end without dying. Game over. There's no Boudica. There are no other chances. You actually have to get this in one without getting hit once, because if you do, well, it's right back to a checkpoint or to the start if you didn't get any. This is actually a really well designed level, much like Crash. And unlike the plenty of other chase levels in games, this one is actually a lot of fun. And actually, it does feature a lot of timing and a lot of times when you actually have to be precise and not just jump crazy like this. And if you actually want to get the box jam, well, it is actually a pretty fair challenge. I actually didn't necessarily look forward to doing this, but you know, once the level got going and I got onto the polar bear, it's actually a lot more fun than what you might expect. The controls are pretty great. The timing-based puzzles really does add a lot of stuff to this, and yeah, I don't know. I had a lot more fun than I was expecting, and for those reasons, this level places at number 2 at this very list. But you will probably know which one is number 1 when you think about it. At number 1, we have the last level of this entire warp room, level 10, the ELDL. And this level is actually significant and it's very special. Do you want to know why? Because it is the very first level which truly takes place in an indoors area. Yes, and as you can see, we are now in the sewers. While there has been a few indoor segments previously, this is actually the first completely indoor level, which is pretty cool. The aesthetic is amazing. I actually absolutely love the way these sewers are made. It's really well designed and it looks really pretty to look at. The enemy designs are unique and they're pretty cool. And seriously though, there are so many ups and downs. There's so many ups with this level that I simply cannot really place it at any more than number 1. The previous levels at least tried to, and they were sort of succeeding, but this one succeeded with flying colors. The best level of Warp Room 2. But what makes this level so great? Well, it's got a lot of good aspects, with the biggest thing that I like is the platforming. It is really solid. Sure, there ain't really that much tight platforming overall, but there are good platforming, and then there's also a lot of hanging, and you must do a lot of hanging to actually get around. And I don't know, like I said, I don't really have that much to say about this level other than it's great. It's got great level design, it's got a great aesthetic, it's got great enemies, and the absolute best thing about this game, the music. It is absolutely kick-ass and is one of the best things in this entire game. It fits this level perfectly. And that was everything I had to offer you in Warp Room 2. Overall, I would just say this. It is an upgrade from the previous Warp Room, but I still wouldn't say it has reached enough to make the truly great one. There are a few too many level things which doesn't really suit me, at least. And it's going to take some time before the better level design show up. But as for the level design in this Warp Room as well as this level, well, it is top tier, one of my favorite levels in the entire game. So thank you so much for watching this top 5, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!